Good morning, guys. As you can see, I'm getting ready to fish deep, and it's perfect. Oh, some guys out there on my juice, so it's all good. What's that? Have a good one. Oh, God. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I am here idling my first spot of the day, let me break down what happened earlier. I was trying to shoot a video, but there was a domestic dispute next to the boat ramp, so it kind of interrupted things, and boy, old girl is letting this dude have it, like big time. A little bit funny. Not a domestic disputes are not funny, but in this case it was. I'm glad I wasn't part of it. That's all I'm gonna say. But we're idling, looking for bigs. Not yet, nothing yet, but check this out, guys. Got this fish, not a big one, on a big old mop jig, 3/4 ounce, with the old school gambler bacon right on the back. Ain't done this bait in a lot of years, but I used to hammer fish on lakes by the house with, you know, clear water, deep rock and stuff. See if we can get another one. All right, don't get the hair. You're gonna get the hair, and you're gonna run today. Fucking unbelievable. All right, I see y'all. I see y'all. You want some of this? Oh God. No! Damn it. Ate it on the damn fall and broke my damn line. Unfreaking real, dude. Unreal. That was a big one, man. On the freaking hair jig, dude. Ate it on the damn fall. Why did my line break in the middle, dude? Why? Oh my God. Shows you how much I throw a 12-pound test. That's why I was reading a freaking 6-pounder jumping out there. Didn't even break that much line. What the hell, man? Unfreaking believable. I didn't even put that much heat on it. I mean, it's 12-pound, not freaking 6. God bless America. Unreal. Oh my God. Why must you do these things to me, fish? That was a big one, man. It was right out of 6 last weekend. Unbelievable. Are you seeing this, guys? God. It's not even a tournament or nothing, but just like, come on. Oh, I hate losing them out deep because you don't know how big they are. When you reel down and the whole rod doubles over, and it's like, whoa, 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 pew, and the line breaks, that's gonna piss you off. Especially like like it got me in the pile or in the structure and broke me off, hey, that's part of the game. But for it to break halfway through the line, that's not part of the game. That's called, we don't throw a 12-pound test very much where I'm from, in Florida. And yeah, but like, I broke off. Still a decent amount of line on this reel, so still gonna send it.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Oh no. Oh no. No, 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 not this rod. No. No, they don't make this rod anymore. This is the best spook rod I've ever used in my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Insult to injury, I lose a 6-pounder or giant and I shred gas rod. Unbelievable. Time to break out hook file.
Unbelievable.
Exactly, in vino veritas, my boy. In vino veritas.
What's that?
In wine you will find the truth.
That's a good one.
That's if you've ever watched a western called Tombstone, you will know that, you uncultured swine.
Nice.
See, this rod tip sits on there pretty nice.
Unreal.
Yeah, I went to like pull my hair jig down or something and my rod tip just went meow. Probably throwing mag tripper. Hang on. Getting high off some hot glue, son.
So you've got 2 fish.
On the old hair jig. On the hair jig. God, I got her too. The roof of the mouth. Look at that fish, dude. That was a chunky dude. That's like a 4.5 pounder, but it should be like a 3-pounder. She smells like a dang, mahi mahi. Unbelievable. Freaking, I hooked her in the roof of the mouth. How much blood came out. Fish is fine. Just got her in right there, but. Ow! Get out of here. Freaking bit me on the way out. And now I got a bleeding hair jig. So literally what I just did was I put just a small piece of a stick worm on there just to give it a little bit extra weight. I don't think it had anything to do with me catching that fish, to be honest with you. It just gives you a little bit, it makes sense. It gives you a little bit better casting distance. It just makes it a little bit heavier, but it doesn't affect the fall that much because it's a soft plastic with salt in it. So between the flotation and the salt, it's pretty much like a neutral buoyancy bait. And just putting that little piece on there isn't gonna really affect anything. So that's the second bite on a hair jig I've had today. But man, the first one I had was a pretty good one. And it broke me off my, so guys, I'll be honest with you. I don't have 100 rods. I'm not a professional as much as I want to be. But listen, I'm a Scenko Stix guy all the way. I am slowly converting everything I have onto Scenko Stix because I think they are the nicest, best built rods that are made. Because my buddy Alex will make it however you want. He'll cut the rod down in certain places. Like if you want a 7.4, he'll get a 7.6 and he'll cut like an inch off the butt an inch off the tip or an inch and a half off the butt, a half inch off the tip, something to make the rod exactly what you want. And one of my next rods is gonna be a hair jig rod, but it's a 6'11", medium, heavy, moderate, fast. Well, now it's a 6'10" and a half. And the reason I like this rod, I'm trying to see if I can get a good angle for you guys. It's got a very soft tip, and it loads up pretty dang good. And on a hair jig, I mean, this is a single hook bait, but because it's a single hook bait, it's so easy to hook those fish. Like you saw how that fish was hooked. Like that hook messed that fish up. Like it's gonna live, but I'm just saying it got her. Like you can tell, and it got her way down deep. So you can tell wherever that hook point went, it kept going. So you don't need a real stiff rod. And to me, on a hair jig, all the success I've ever had on it has always come throwing a lighter line. This right here is 12-pound test fluorocarbon. This is actually my cranking reel. This is a 6-3-1, and actually I've always thrown a hair jig on a 7 or an 8-to-1, but I think I'm gonna start sticking to 6-to-1s. And the reason why is I'm a very, anyone who knows me knows I'm a very hyper keyed up person. Like I'm always wanting to just throw something out there and wind it back as fast as I can. So this 6-3-1 really slows me down. And actually on this last cast, I kind of dialed my cadence in. I threw it out there. And remember, a 6-to-1 reel probably picks up 28 inches of line on just a single crank. So if you go crank, you just pulled that bait a huge distance, because I was just throwing it out there going reel, and I'd open it up, sink. I'm like, dude, this bait's coming 7-8 feet up in the air. Like that's way too much. So I just gave it like a crank and a quarter, just like whoop. And like I didn't even have to click it over to that point. It would just be like, it would just come up and then glide down. And I kind of like it to fall back towards me on a tighter pendulum, because you got to think this hair jig's coming up and that tighter line, it's swimming it down. Because if you reel it up and just give it slack, it's gonna go straight down. But if you pull it up and you keep it just a semi-tight line, it's gonna pendulum its way down. Most of the time you don't want your baits to pendulum down, like you're throwing a worm or something like that. But when you're throwing a hair jig or like a big swim bait, I like to do that. It seems like for a scrounger head, it's different, because it seems that bill wants to pull that bait up so far up off the bottom that when you give it, like, you know, you reel it for a little bit, you got to click it and just let it go through your finger. Let it go, hits the bottom, click it over, keep it going. And honestly, one of the best fishermen on earth who throws a scrounger is Jason Lambert. And if you ever watch any of him fishing videos of him fishing a tournament, shooting a TV show, he's doing the same thing. He's winding it super slow, click, and he like dumps it, lets it go down. So you basically swimming that bait up, and he clicks it. I think that bill kind of gives a lot of resistance on the fall. That's why you got to click it over, because it just it probably shimmies a little bit on the way down. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, I am not a hair jig aficionado. I am not a hair jig expert by any means whatsoever at all, but I'm picking up little things as I go. And let's see if we can catch another one, because I lost the 6 off of a deeper spot. The spot is 26 feet deep. Last spot I lost, that big one, was 24 feet deep. So these fish, it's June, these fish really seem to be getting out here deeper. Like I've come out here in July and wrecked them in 17 feet of water, but I don't know if it's pressure, the water level, I don't know. And we had a pretty cool month of May, which is something that we normally don't have. It was very windy, very cool. So you think these fish would still be up just a little bit further up, but they're really not. I mean, I fished some shallow stuff today. I caught like a 1-pounder on a freaking that football jig. But that wasn't the deal. I ran like 5 spots like that. That just no bites TV. All right, no bites TV. But moving out here to 26 feet of water, I've tried to swim bait. This is just like my typical swim bait setup. See, this is a Scenko stick that I got dialed in for this. This is a Scenko Stix. This is a I'll be honest, this is a MB903 MHX 7.6, and this rod is not cut down, it isn't modified, it's just got really pretty wrapping, and Alex made it perfect. This is basically my offshore fishing rod. If you want to throw a big spinnerbait, this swim bait, this is basically a Gambler swim bait head. It's just like the standard swim bait. I know they have the trophies, and that's like a really heavy wire, and they just came out with a goat. That's an amazing jig head, but I literally have so many of these still in stock, and honestly I love this head. I'll be honest, Mikey Balls put me onto this head, and this is just a 5-inch megabass spark shad. I think it's a natural color. It's kind of like a purplish brown, and I added some chartreuse, a little red. I went out of hand. I put all kinds of stuff on there, but I've thrown a swim bait, and man, it is just not working. I've had 0 bites on the swim bait, and I pick up the hair jig, and so sorry for talking so much. I get a little fired up sometimes, but we're gonna get back out here to this spot, because when I looked at them on the graph, I'm like, you know, this isn't the right depth of water, but it doesn't quite look like it's them on the graph. So like, they were just really, there was like 2 marks stacked on top of each other. I'm like, you know, that could go either way, but I'm glad it's going the right way. So let's get back to it. Get on with your bad self, you hair jig eater. Come on. I love it. Guys, before this day, I've caught like maximum 3 fish on a hair jig. Today, I've caught like 8 or 9, and it's been the deal. I love it. I love when you figure a little something out. Just keeping an open mind, trying different things. Actually, this spot lies in about 19 feet of water. It's just a big tree branch laying sideways, or not sideways, I guess, depending on what angle you're looking from, but it's just laying in the water. And threw the hair jig out there, reeled it. I thought I just hit the bottom real hard, but it was like kind of it was like a little pop. Reeled it up, hit the bottom, reeled it up.